Hello Curious! Over the past few days, there has been a lot of talk about Paris Hilton and her lavish wedding. In true Paris style, their wedding celebrations had lasted 3 days and included a star-studded guest list. The celebrations had wowed many and made them wish they could have been present on the day, but as it turns out, they might get a chance. Well, not attend the party, but get a glimpse of what it was like as Hilton and her husband Carter Reum had filmed their love story and wedding preparations for a brand new reality show, Paris in Love. So even here, the reality star had found a way to profit off of her special day. What do we know about the show? Who exactly is Carter Reum? Is Hilton trying to turn him into a reality star as she did with Kim Kardashian? And what does he think about constantly being in front of the cameras? Stay with us until the very end to find out all the latest information, but before we continue, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. On November 11th, Paris Hilton tied the knot with her fiancé Carter Reum in an extravagant ceremony and celebration that was held at the former Bel Air estate of the reality star's late grandfather Baron Hilton. As you can imagine, the affair had boasted plenty of celebrity guests, multiple outfit changes, and which cost quite a large sum. Before we get into all the details of all the celebrations and the TV show, let's get to know her husband just a little bit better. The man who has fulfilled Hilton's dreams of tying the knot and starting a family is Carter Reum. His dad was Robert Reum, who was president, chairman, and CEO of Amstead Industries, which according to Forbes is currently valued at $4 billion. So as you can see, Carter knows a thing or two about money. Paris's chosen one is an author, entrepreneur, and venture capitalist who has been most known for co-founding the company M13 with his brother Courtney. The brothers had also co-founded a high-percentage beverage brand Vive Spirits in 2007, but sold the majority stake in it in 2016. But on top of opening businesses, the two siblings had also written a book titled Shortcut Your Startup: 10 Ways to Speed Up Entrepreneurial Success, in which they provide guidance on how to succeed in business. All his ventures had helped the 40-year-old gain a net worth of $40 million. According to his new wife, the man is a hard worker, or a hurricane as she called him. However, as she revealed, this is a good thing, as she said, "That's what motivates me to work harder and makes me feel like I can be the best version of myself." As for how Carter met Paris, well, it turns out they've actually known each other for over 15 years. Speaking about their relationship, Hilton had said that they stayed in each other's lives over time and reconnected at a Thanksgiving get-together in 2019. Thinking back to the day, the socialite said, "From that night, I felt the spark and the rest is history." The two got engaged in February when Reum surprised his girlfriend with a birthday vacation on a private island. As the star of The Simple Life had said, as far as she was aware, they had a photo shoot planned by the beach, but instead Carter had proposed to her with a ring designed by the great-grandson of Louis Cartier. The emerald cut diamond has been valued at $2 million. And fast forwarding to November, the two had celebrated their wedding during celebrations that lasted 3 days. During the wedding ceremony, Hilton had appeared in a custom-made Oscar de la Renta gown, which she revealed was inspired by the one worn by Princess Grace Kelly on her wedding day. As Paris said in her blog post, since she was a little girl, she wanted to get married at her grandfather's former Bel Air estate, as it brought back many memories, and it was special to be there with her close ones. As she also reflected in her post, trying to find the one was something that she was always focused on, and she was looking for someone who wasn't fascinated with Paris Hilton, but someone who saw and loved her for who she was. In true socialite fashion, it was a party that would never be forgotten, including the ceremony at the Bel Air estate, as well as a black tie soiree dinner during which she wore 4 different gowns at the same venue, and a carnival-themed party at the Santa Monica Pier, which they rented out. The wedding was, of course, a star-studded event. Besides Paris and Carter's families being present, there were many A-listers. Of course, it wouldn't be a Hilton party if her former personal assistant Kim Kardashian wasn't present. Other famous stars included Demi Lovato, Bebe, Rexha, Emma Roberts, Paula Abdul, and Nicole Richie, among others. It would be interesting to see which of the guests got the newlyweds what from their registry that has been valued at over $60,000, with the cheapest thing is a dessert plate for $28 and the most expensive a $4,900 Lalique vase. Nicole's appearance at the wedding had people talking that it must mean that the two ladies must have put their past feud aside. But besides this being her special day, how else is Hilton capitalizing on her love story? Stay with us to find out. While the exact sum of how much the couple had spent on their celebrations is unknown, it can surely be assumed to have set them back several $1,000,000. So given that both of them are so business oriented, why not do something to try and get some of that cash back, despite both of them having a net worth in the millions? And this is where Paris' brand new reality show comes into play. The series is titled Paris in Love, and it is a 13-part docuseries that will document her and Reum's love story, as well as the steps leading up to the wedding, including bridal dress shopping, choosing a venue, some second thoughts about the whole deal, as well as their combined bachelor and bachelorette party in Las Vegas. Looking at its trailer, it looks like the show will detail Paris' fertility issues, as well as touch upon the struggles she revealed earlier this year. The show will obviously feature Paris and Carter, as well as members of her family, including her mother Kathy and sister Nikki, who during the wedding was her maid of honor. The socialites' celebrity friends will also make an appearance, with Kris Jenner being featured in the trailer, and given that the wedding will feature on the show as well, everyone present at the wedding might also make an appearance. The first episode had actually premiered on Peacock on November 11th, and the following ones will be released every Thursday. If you want to know what Paris had said previously about her struggles, then you can do so by checking out our previous video by clicking on the link above. But for now, stay with us to find out how her husband feels about this constant attention. Since the news of the show had come out, some had been joking that Paris is trying to turn her husband into a reality star. Though that wouldn't be the first time she had done that. Surely most people remember that long before Kim K had her own reality show, her first stint in show business was on The Simple Life as Hilton's friend and stylist. Later on, as we know very well, she was the star of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where she had also shown off her own weddings, with the one that she had with Kris Humphries even having its own special on television. And if you want to know more about Kardashian and Humphries' love, then be sure to check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. But could there be a danger that Reum will enjoy the spotlight after this docuseries and go on to make his own? Well, as it turns out, chances of that are probably very slim. Not long ago, The Sun reported that an insider who was involved with Paris in Love revealed that Carter has been having a tough time on set. As they said, he was obviously into the wedding and the planning, however he hates the TV stuff around it and that he freezes while on camera. In a teaser for the show, he even hinted at this feelings about the production when he said, "As you can imagine, marrying Paris Hilton is quite different than I expected." Given that his wife has made a career for herself appearing on reality TV and spending her life in front of the cameras, could it be said that this will be a deal breaker for their relationship? Well, maybe not necessarily. Paris herself had previously said that her husband's distance from Hollywood and lack of desire to share the spotlight is something that she likes about him. This would make sense, as in multiple documentaries she has talked about how she does not trust anyone because she can't tell if someone is using her for fame or is genuinely interested in her. So it can be assumed that the two of them will surely work on finding a balance between Paris' socialite life in the spotlight and Carter's dislike for it. While fans are surely eager to see more of what Hilton's latest show will have in store, as well as what drama it might bring with it, not to mention seeing what the wedding will look like, some are wondering if the show could bring them back some of the money they spent on the celebrations. Here is tough to tell, as at the time this video was made, no information about wedding costs had been revealed. The same with an estimated revenue that Paris could take from her latest series. But looking back, when she was a star on The Simple Life, she had made $5 million for one season. But surely, with Paris' net worth of $300 million and her husband's own one, not to mention family money, the amount they spent on their lavish celebrations surely didn't upset their bank accounts too much. But what's next for Mr. and Mrs. Reum? Well, as Paris' mother Kathy had revealed in an exclusive interview, the two had planned to jet off on their honeymoon on November 14th, though at the time the video was made, neither had posted about it. But further down the future, the two want to expand their family, which according to Kathy includes having 3 to 4 children. Though a question everyone has been asking is, did the pair sign a prenup? Well, that has also not been made public, but surely, coming from families of money, the two would have most certainly taken care of that. It is also worth pointing out that when Paris was engaged to her ex, Chris Zilka, the two had planned on getting one. So curious, what are your thoughts about Hilton's wedding? How much do you think the celebrations had cost them? Do you think this will be her happily ever after? Do you think her husband might get a taste for reality show life? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and if you enjoy our content, you can support us by clicking on the thanks button below. Until next time.